Hello my great people. Oh, thank you so much always for watching my videos. I really hope that you are well. And today I decided to talk about traveling, anywhere in the world during this pandemic. So I confirmed my funding in September 2020. I graduated from the University of Tsukuba in August 2020, and I confirmed my funding in September, and then I accepted my offer, and then I came to the University of Oxford. So I had to travel from Japan to the UK, and I have a feeling that there are some things that I really want to tell you. If you're going to be traveling to the UK, and if you know that you have to quarantine or anything, I advise you to stay here, because I have a feeling this might help you. I don't know, but this might help you. Look, some countries don't have to quarantine upon their arrival in the UK, and some people from various countries must quarantine if they have passed through any country that is required to quarantine. So it depends on your journey. If you're going to have a direct flight, then you won't have to do that. Right from your country to the university, you won't have to quarantine, depending on the status of your country on the UK government website. So you have to check that frequently. Make sure that you check that website frequently. Oh my god, I don't know how many times I should emphasize this. It's extremely important. Check the UK government website frequently to see if your country is in the red list, amber, green, yellow, whatever. Check that and know what they do mean. Know what they do mean. And then after that, make sure that you know what the airline requires. If it requires you to have the PCR test, make sure that you have that beforehand, because I don't want you to miss your flight. It hurts. It hurts when you miss your flight, and especially if if you have a sponsorship, if you have especially if you have a scholarship, they have already paid, for your flight, and then you miss it. That's that's challenging time. It's not a challenging time, but it's something not good. It's not like, oh, that's the worst thing. No. Mistakes are made by humans, but we can try to avoid them, right? The next thing I advise you to do is to fill that passenger locator form before you leave your country if you are coming to the UK. If you don't fill that form, there's a possibility that some people are going to make you pay to fill that form at the airport, which is not a good thing, right? Because no one wants to lose money in such things. Why would I pay you lot of dollars because you are allowing me to fill the form? That's not fair, right? So try to fill that form when you're on the internet before you leave your homes, to avoid all those extra costs, because some people just need money. So I don't know, but yeah, seriously, I can't ask someone to pay just because the person forgot to fill the form or something. So try to be responsible and active. Fill the form to avoid various problems that might happen on your journey. Everyone needs, a smooth journey. If you get disrupted along the way, it's not good, because you travel with this anger, and it's not good. You just have to be happy. When you're flying, you must be happy. You should enjoy, the breeze. You must enjoy the air in the space. So yeah, make sure that your journey is smooth. You can contribute to that by doing those things, satisfying those requirements that are needed for you to satisfy, by doing those tiny things that are required for you to do before you board your flight. So I left Japan, and I filled all the information, I filled the passenger locator form, I did whatever I had to do, and then I left. The good thing was that Japan was not on the list, but I passed via Qatar. What is Qatar? Doha. Yeah, I passed via Doha, which is Qatar. Capital city, yeah, something like that. Yeah, so I had to quarantine because Doha was on the list. Oh, sorry, no, not Doha. Qatar was on the list, so I had to quarantine. So I left Japan, I came, I was just excited to come to the UK, to the Queen's Land, because I didn't have so many imaginations of the UK. Because I really wanted to see the beautiful buildings they say about London. I didn't even spend time looking for things, specific things, culture in the UK. I didn't have that time. I was busy enjoying my time, having as many dinners as I could before I left Japan. And my professor had given me a 10,000 yen scholarship to eat all the foods, I wanted before I left Japan. So I was trying to enjoy my time. So I didn't want to delve into into all that that information about the UK. I didn't read anything about the UK. I didn't. I was just like, no, I'm going to the new home. I want to feel it. I want to get surprised. I arrived at the Heathrow. What is it? LHR. What is that? London Heathrow Airport. Yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, London Heathrow Airport. Yeah, I arrived there. The only sad thing is that I spent about 2 hours. I think I spent about 2 hours at the airport, and I was used to the Japanese system. I mean, in Japan things are so quick. So I arrived at at Heathrow Airport, and I spent almost 2 hours in the line, and I was like, what's going on? Is this how things are done in London? Yeah, but I think it was since it was a pandemic, not so many people came to work at the airport. I'm sure if the situation was normal, it would have been quicker, but I think the pandemic also contributed to maybe few workers, because I remember there were about only 3 officers for a very long line. Oh my god. People travel. Even the pandemic, it never stops them. People travel a lot. We were so many. I remember spending about 2 hours at that airport. Yeah. And then I had made a mistake in my passenger locator form, and then I was asked to refill it again. But I wasn't asked to pay anything because I had filled it already. So I just filled the form, I went back to the line, and then I was allowed to go. And then I came to Oxford. When I arrived at Oxford, I came by myself from the airport to Oxford by bus. Just arrived at Oxford bus stop, and my friend, who is kind, is going to come for me. He's coming to pick me. It's so sweet of him. So he'll come and then he'll take me to the dormitory. That's Wolfson. Yeah, when I reach there, I'll be updating you. Bye for now. I'll show you my luggage. I came to Oxford, and then there was my friend called Innocent welcomed me. He picked me from the city center to my college. We came here, and then he just helped me to settle in the room and everything, and then I started staying there. And the moment I arrived, the lady asked me, the lady who is responsible for the housing and everything, asked me, you are from Japan, okay? I don't think you have to quarantine. And I was like, yeah, but yeah, I have to quarantine actually because I passed via Doha, Qatar. Yeah. I went to my room, and then in the evening, the email was already there. Hello, we understand that you have to quarantine, so please, I guess you'll need your fridge, your kettle, and everything. And if you wanna order the meals, please do this. Please use this link. And then I go to the kettle, and all those electrical appliances, the fridge, the kettle, and What else? Yeah, basically that. And the microwave. Yeah, and the microwave. Basically that. Those 2 weeks were yabai. What is yabai? Were chutto yabai ne. I had never quarantined, and I had never imagined myself being locked in one room. So it was kind of it was chutto yabai ne. What is yabai? It was a little bit bored. Yeah. Of course I had my PC. And remember that I came late. The classes had already started, So I had to adapt to staying in my room without going outside. And then classes, like waking up, classes, just staying in your room, no going to the kitchen, just the toilet. And I'm like, this is actually hard. It was hard. It was a little bit hard. Yeah, it was a little bit hard. Yeah. And what I learned is that, I think I really made a very big mistake. Before I tell you the big mistake I made or what you should do, I should first tell you the good thing I did. I'm so proud of you, and the good thing I did was I bought a lot of Calorie Mate. When I was in Japan, my best snack was Calorie Mate. It is made by Otsuka. You remember I talked about Otsuka. It's a very good company that provides scholarships to international students. So you should try it if you want to have education in Japan at postgraduate level. Otsuka is a good company. It makes all those, good snacks. I love Calorie Mate so much from the bottom of my heart. So I bought 2 packets. I brought 2 packets of Calorie Mate. Then I brought some noodles. I brought some noodles. Actually, I still have some noodle soup. Yeah, I still have some noodle soup, and sometimes I make that soup. Yeah, I brought some noodles, and then some snacks, and some bubble gum. I brought it's called green something. Yeah, it's a bubble gum. It's like bubble gum, but made up of green tea, and then that helped me a lot. Throughout the entire long classes. So I was like, I'm bored. So bubble gum helped me a lot. Saved my life. And then what else? What did I bring? Then I brought all those, basic needs, So I brought a piece of soap and, soap, and then enough, nani sole? Miga kuno yatsu. Nani sole? Toothpaste, a little bit of Vaseline, because I also had to reduce on the weight, so I had to bring those tiny things that I need initially. My medicines, always carry some medicines with you. If you have any not complications, but anything that disturbs you, always have your medicine. I brought my medicine. My stomach hurts a lot, so I always bring my medicine with me. And then what else? Yeah, you always have to to come with some things that can help you in the fast, in those first days, because even if you want quarantine, sometimes it's good to have those basic needs that that you won't be able to find quickly if you don't have any relative in a place where you're going. So yeah, so after telling you all that, what should you do before you enter your room? I would advise you to do one thing. Once you confirm that you have someone who is going to pick you from the center to the dormitory or anywhere you're going to stay, ask or request that person to do some shopping for you. Let that person buy for you some milk, some snacks, some vegetables. Let that person buy for you vegetables and fruits. Let that person buy for you apples, grapes, if you eat them anyway. Apples, grapes, and those good fruits that can help you, that can keep you brain active and in a good mood. I love fruits a lot. I love Budo. Budo is my life. Budo is grapes. I love grapes a lot. So if you have any fruit you like, try it, or pears, try to request that person to do some shopping, quick shopping, before you enter your room. Because once you enter your room, you won't be allowed to go outside. And you will feel so bad if you want to take some milk, you want to take some milk, but you can't. The thing is that I ordered the food from the yeah, there is a link. There is a link I got from the college. I ordered the food once. This is a new culture. This is the new food, right? I love trying new things, but sometimes I cannot try new things all the time, you know. Sometimes I feel like I miss what I really want to eat. You understand that? So the food here is totally different from the food I used to eat in Japan. The Japanese food is totally different from the UK food. And even the way it's prepared, it's totally different. So I was so much used to the Japanese food, the Japanese style of cooking. And then I came to the UK, it was so different. I was like, oh, okay. So I felt like I was missing, you know, I was missing the food from Japan, and at the same time I wanted to try a new cooking, a new cuisine. And I was like, actually I love this, but I think I also would have done some shopping before, like buying milk and, you know, fruits, because you can't be eating the food, you know, you are not used to every day. It's hard for me. I can't lie to you. It's hard for me. Even when I was traveling from Uganda to Japan, I packed so much Ugandan food so that I can mix. As I get used to Japanese food, I mix in the Ugandan food to make me get comfortable and get used to Japanese food and knowing what's good for my stomach and what's not, something like that. So that's my advice. Prepare yourself. Come with some medicines. Painkillers are good. You just have your first aid kit. Prepare your first aid kit. I always have my first aid kit where I have some bandages, painkillers, mainly bandages and painkillers. Those are the things I mainly have. Bandages, painkillers, alcohol, or any disinfectant. Those are the things that don't miss in my first aid kit. Yeah, so yeah, that's my advice for you. Yeah, it was nice, but the quarantine period was not that good, wasn't that bad. So it wasn't that good. I mean, staying in the same room for 14 days is not funny. It's not funny at all. It's like some of your peace has been taken away. If you're used to going here, and I move a lot, so going here, and then all of a sudden, boom, you were in one room, kind of locked up. yeah. So that's my advice for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. This pandemic is causing so many problems, but yeah, it's hard. So hang in there. As everyone dies, things will be alright. We don't know when, but yeah, we really hope so. I mean, if you don't even know that it's going to end tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, it's hard to just be sad all the time. We experience various challenges, we lose people, we do what, but seriously, it's hard to die. You do not just think so much about it, so be positive. I mean, it's hard to be positive when you're losing people, when you're losing your loved ones, right? But it's just to be strong. That's all the way. The only thing is that they've gone before us, but finally, I mean, the ultimate thing for all of us is death. So let's not be so sad. We shall find them. The only difference will be maybe they will be in hell or you'll be in heaven. Yeah, we'll try to drag them to heaven if you'll be in heaven anyway. Yeah, anyways, bye. Thank you. I love you. Bye.